This presentation highlights some of the most significant events of my placement. My name is Abhijit and I started my placement in September of this year as a dietary aide. The whole experience has been both memorable and resourceful, which helped me to grow as an individual. I completed my placement from one of the finest long-term establishments under the name of Fieldstone Commons Care Community, which is located in Scarborough. Their official website is siennaseniorliving.ca, which can be browsed for any kind of information. In order to get my placement done, I created a resume along with a cover letter stating my willingness to start my internship, which I forwarded to the nutrition manager. After a while, I received a call from the manager itself for an interview, which took me to a stage of getting an opportunity to work as an intern. Talking about the placement requirements, I got a two-step TB test done from a walk-in clinic nearby as the most significant requirement to work in a long-term establishment to ensure both the personal safety and that of the residents. Every day I had to go through a COVID test as a screening protocol before entering in the facility to restrict the spread of infections. Talking about the goals of placement, before starting, I had set 5 goals for my placement so that I had some objectives to accomplish in order to have excellent learning experience. By the time I finished my placement, I was able to fulfill all my goals, which not only made me feel accomplished but also a successful intern. Talking about managing the food handling practices, I was able to prepare food for the residents of long term care by adopting proper food handling practices, washing hands properly, wearing gloves at all times, and taking proper care of sanitation. Talking about preparing menu for the clients, I learned the basics of menu planning by my manager and analyzed the food options very precisely. I understood that the menu is designed in accordance to the nutritional requirements and the allergies of the residents along with their preferences, which were also taken into account. Adhering to the work policies. I worked cooperatively and sincerely, making sure that I help my colleagues whenever they require my assistance. I also made sure that I supported my co-workers to work professionally and follow the basic work ethics in order to maintain the integrity of the workplace. Effective use of technology or machinery. I effectively use the client information to monitor their health and understand their nutritional requirements more closely via the software under the name of Point Click Care. I also use the machinery with caution for ensuring proper cooking and food storage in order to prevent the food losses. Talking about the grocery stocking, I learned the technique of storing the produce and segregating it on the basis of storage temperature and moisture. For instance, I followed the first in and first out approach during the time of stocking. I also learned how to check the inventory and maintain the dietary receiving log for further reference. So, talking about the two main daily duties, I learned how to wash the dishes, including the plates, the glasses, and the big pots in a commercial setting, both manually and by the dishwashers. Cleaning and preparing the food carts according to the company's policy before every meal so that they are carried on every floor during the snack time was another duty. My strengths during the placement. Auditing has been one of my strengths that I figured during my placement at LTC, and suggesting some management related recommendations was my favorite task. Another significant strength which I realized in the food preparation in the kitchen, which made me realize that I am good at cooking. Food serving strategy. I learned the art of food portioning during serving since the portion size is very important for meeting the nutritional requirements of the residents. Serving in accordance to the food preferences and the dietary interventions of the patients helped me to polish my food serving skills. Attending care conferences. I got an opportunity to be the part of the care conference, which enhanced my professionalism since it helped me in improving my interaction with the residents. In addition, I also made a questionnaire or notes for my future reference so that whenever I become a food service supervisor or manager, it becomes easy for me to handle the tough situations. My relationship with colleagues. I had been cooperative to all my colleagues or teammates, due to which I developed a very cordial relationship with them. I always tried to help everyone to the best of my abilities by practicing my learnings of servant leadership, which helped me to grow professionally. So, what are the missed opportunities? At times, I did not prefer the food serving, due to which I feel that I missed a better learning opportunity to become a full time dietary aide. I also feel that I missed an opportunity to become a cook at the facility since I did not get a chance to learn it properly, maybe due to the short staffing issues. So, what is the role of this placement in my future endeavors? Having completed this placement has given me more clarity that I wish to work for the healthcare sector in Canada. I also realized my strengths, which made me think to work in the food industry, making sure that the food which is being catered to the people passes through the property quality parameters to ensure food safety. So, managing daily audits. I was given the duty of completing daily audits by checking the temperature logs which are filled during all times of meals, making sure that the cleanliness is maintained both in the kitchen and the dining area, and making notes of any discrepancies to avoid further violations. So, what are the recommendations for the future interns? Always work in the direction of learning since it can help you polish your skills and will aid in your personal and professional development. Always remember that the tough situations will fade with time, and if you learn to survive in these conditions, you will surely be transformed into a great leader. So, two takeaways from this placement. Building social network is very important as the part of both personal and professional growth since it gives an individual more exposure and a bright future. Placement helps an individual to set a direction by identifying one's strengths and weaknesses.